first guests tonight are Academy Award nominated actors who star in A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, which will be in theaters everywhere on Friday, September 19th. Let's take a look.
I think that's my high school. No, wait.
What?
High school.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Come on. Oh, wow.
Mr. Nelson.
You're late.
How old am I?
You're 15.
I'm 15.
Cool. How old am I?
I don't know, 40?
I'm gonna kill you. Who's that?
It's Cheryl Haywood. I tell her I love her. She says I don't love you, and I'm devastated. Oh, feels exactly like it felt that night.
Okay, well...
Except now I know it's worse. No, because I know she's going to just destroy me all over again.
Okay, just don't tell her you love her.
I have to.
Please welcome to the show, Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell, everybody. Have you both here. Colin, you're an old friend of the show. It's your first time here, Margot, and we're absolutely
Is
thrilled.
this your first time here?
It's my first time.
Oh, it's lovely.
Great.
Honored to be here.
And I mean, and just shout out to the dress. Like, let's get it out of the way.
It's my shoplifting dress. I just...
Shout out to Margot sending me a picture of it earlier, thankfully, because I was going to wear something very,
That would have
very
been so embarrassing.
Yes, that is always the fear.
You wore the shell dress,
Yeah.
I wore the shell
It wasn't going to be a dress, it was a shell sweater,
Yeah.
but it was very similar. From waist up, it was very
exactly.
similar. This is very exciting. This is a wonderful film. It's a beautiful film. And it was also written by Seth Reese, who is a writer for this show.
The Seth Reese Show.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
Seth
indeed.
Reese Show.
Seth Reese Show.
And this is a photo of you guys. I believe this was the premiere in London. And
Hate
this
Seth.
is
Hate
amazing.
his guts.
Yeah, he's awful, as you
Look
can
at
tell.
us.
We're not friends at all.
miseries.
I was a little, I mean, I actually think you were so worried he was going to try to hug you again. That's why you wore that dress.
Yeah. I was like, stand back, Seth.
But by the way, he was like, he had the best time with you guys, and then he wants to hug all of us ever since he got back, so it's been a real problem.
It was a very touchy-feely kind of
Yeah,
experience.
he came back, he's a real hugger now.
He's a real hugger now.
Group hugs,
Yeah.
group
That's
hugs.
Hollywood for you, man. We don't even like each other and look at that picture. That's Hollywood right there.
Oh my God, really? So this
we
is
all
all
hate each
fake?
other.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys
Yeah.
are
No,
all...
we're acting. We're
You're
actors.
so good at what you do.
I know.
You're not doing it with me right now, are you?
This is genuine. This
no,
is
love
real.
you.
Okay, because I'm feeling a real vibe here.
Love only you.
The script, it's a beautiful script, and it's, so fun to see a movie that's not based on anything. It's just like very unique and original. You had taken a break after Barbie, a well-deserved break, let me stress. This was a script that found its way to you and grabbed you.
Yeah, just as soon as I'd said I'm going to take a minute off, there was a script, and the title caught my attention because I love a long title. And then I heard that Colin was going to be doing it, and I was like, I've always wanted to work with him. And then I started reading it, and it was impossible to say no to. It was just so magical and original, like you said, and it had a bit of everything in it. And it was one of those movies that made me feel like, oh, our very ordinary lives are very extraordinary. And it felt like, I can't miss this. I can't miss this. So it really is a credit to Seth, because
Seth
he's
Reese.
an incredible... Seth Reese, not this Seth.
They knew. You didn't have to do that. Everybody knew who she was talking about.
Sorry. I'll just be the filler.
talented
I'll
Seth.
just be the filler, the talented Seth. Yes.
It made it seem like I was like, oh.
Dude,
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah.
But you guys hadn't worked together before.
Never.
Obviously, fans of each other's work.
Oh,
I would
hugely,
assume.
Yeah. And
But
I also love a long title, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, etc.
Yeah. Banshees.
Yes.
Banshees of
That's a real long
That's
title.
fine.
That
Banshees
is a
of
long
Inisherin.
title. That's
Yeah.
kind of a
the
tongue
longest
twister.
title
Yeah.
movie you've ever been?
I think so.
Well, now
Yeah.
this one, I suppose.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Banshees of Inisherin. I mean, letters, I won't get into boring. Wait while I count the letters and I'll get back to you.
No, this is the content people like.
but
We'll let
yes.
you count the
Yeah.
letters.
Yeah, man, we'd never met before.
But
well,
did
we
you
had
know
met
we
before.
had.
Okay,
We had.
but did you, when you do a movie like this, because again, this is a real two-hander, like, you guys are on screen together pretty much the whole time. Like, do you do a little vetting? Do you, like, try to talk to people who've worked with one another before and be like,
You
hey,
just
am I...
hear things through the years anyway, because as you know
Yeah.
yourself, it's a fairly small industry, and you end up crossing paths with all people who worked with this actor on that crew and that film, and so I met people through the years that worked with Margot, both actors and actresses and crew members, and they all, to the man and woman, said how extraordinary she was. Not just, it's obvious that she's an incredible actress, but how kind and how fun and how just one of the team she is, which is always a turn on for me. And yeah. No, straight up. So,
Bucks later.
so yeah, Hollywood, trust me, I'm telling you the truth. But so, and that was
it was
really
the
apparent
same.
as soon as we met. It was just really easy. We did a week or two of rehearsals before we started shooting, and I think
I
there's
don't want
something
you to skip
culturally
over
as
the
well.
fact that I also have always heard these things about Colin. Everyone talks about what a great guy he is. Obviously, I know he's talented and all that.
Say it once and not say it back.
If you're going to give me compliments, you have to take them too. But I have a lot of friends who are crew members. So I actually, two of my closest girlfriends have worked on a movie with Colin before as crew members. And they too were like, he is just the most divine human being on the planet.
I think if there are any young actors watching this right now, I think it's good to know that like word gets out when you
Yeah.
are good to work with, and it also probably gets out if you're not. And so
does.
it's a really,
It does.
really
Yeah,
helpful
And
lesson.
to be honest with you, if your films are doing huge money and you're an ass, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you'll keep working, but there's times where you that's not what you do, or you might want to have a bit of cachet of respecting people in the bank, you know? Or the old thing about be nice on your way up because you never know you're going to meet your way down.
Seth,
but that's
Seth,
not even,
why do you think
it's
I've
not even
never
as
been on your show
manipulative as that, you know what I mean?
Your rep is
just be
terrible.
decent.
Oh, is that why you've heard bad things?
About
The
which
word
set-
on the street is...
Which
That's
set
what you
are we
were
talking about?
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the other set. That's the problem.
He can take the blame. You're right. You're
You
right.
guys, but you were talking about the prep. This is also there's a bit of a road trip element, and I heard that you guys actually did drive around just sort of in the rehearsal process.
Yeah.
Was that to get to know each other, or was that to get to?
you just do stuff to, you know.
Kind of avoid doing the lines at some point.
Yeah.
You are kind
Kinda
of
like-
like, at some point you're like, we should just start doing the lines, and you're kind of scared too. So you're like, what if we just got in the car? And like,
Yeah, exactly. And our
drove
characters
around?
probably drive about 120 miles or 80 miles throughout the evening they spend together in the script. So I suppose it was, well, let's go 2.4 miles via Waze to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And
But
go,
you
we
were
got to drive
actually-
through a McDonald's, and then so we're in the car because most of the film really
Yeah.
is Margot in the passenger seat and me driving. And I just got my car. Koganada, the director, was in the back, and we went to McDonald's and we got a drive-through meal, and then we just start
then we
reading
just-
the lines in
and
the
then we
car,
drive
just really
around.
organically and that kind of stuff. So the line between us getting to know each other in the rehearsal space, just talking and sharing stories about Margot sharing stories about her life back in Australia, me talking about things that came up in my life in Dublin, and then organically that kind of just became working on the script while we were driving around LA.
Is Colin a decent driver?
He's an excellent driver.
Really, that's great.
He is. Yep.
I
Can
give
I tell
myself
you-
credit in that way. I wouldn't give myself credit very often about many things, but I'm a handy driver.
He's a good driver.
Watch this week. I hit a pole.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be so
Just as I was saying it, I was like,
Don't-
just watch.
Don't do anything
Oh,
that makes us
no.
not be able to repeat
I'm
this.
just gonna get an.
yeah,
I'm just gonna get an Uber for the next year now. 'cause
Kill someone's
I
dog.
just
Can I
set
tell you something?
myself
One
up.
of the things I like about the movie, because sometimes in movies where people are in cars doing dialogue, I don't like. Sometimes the driver is just like fully looking at the person in the passenger seat.
Or doing this too much.
Yeah, or doing this too much. And I just thought you were doing very good driving
Good
acting in
driving.
the
Thank
film.
you, man.
Yeah.
Good driving.
Thank
acting.
you.
Like I wouldn't get in a real
He
car with you,
practiced.
but
He is.
Thank you,
acting,
man.
driving, really good.
Second semester, third year of drama school.
Was that all cars? That
All-
second semester was
Second
all car
semester,
stuff?
all cars, different kinds, four-wheel drives, articulated lorries, 18
You
gears,
can do all the cars?
horn, all
You
of
do
it.
the horn?
The whole
I always thought they
thing.
did that in
impressive.
post.
Reverse.
It's a practical. Oh wow.
We do it all.
It's really
We
good.
do it all.
That's really. Could you do?
So good.
I mean, there's not much more to say about it.
Do you ever see that scene in,
Show me reverse in England.
Do you know that scene in...
There it is, yeah.
Do you know that scene in Bronx Tale when Chaz Palminteri gets in his car and
We played that scene.
it's
and that
so
was
good.
So good.
And you think he's going to
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
out of
yeah.
the driveway and then put
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
forward like a normal
Yeah.
human being and go to the coffee shop, and he goes through the whole neighborhood having a scene where he's talking really profound with Lilo Brancato. Yeah, anyway. Check
We'll
it
be
out,
back.
it's on YouTube. Written by Seth Reese.
No, it's not. We'll be right back. I have more with Margot and Colin after this. We're back with Margot Robbie, Colin Farrell. You both sing in the film. It's not a musical, but there's one
Don't
sing.
let that stop you from seeing it.
Yeah.
Like the pause there. You both sing in the film.
In the film.
Yeah.
But have
Like,
you? Have you?
maybe we
I
should
feel like
have.
Yeah,
You didn't
exactly.
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I thought you both had beautiful singing voices.
He
you
has
sang
a
once
very-
before.
Don't you
Very
point at me,
good.
young man.
Very good singing voice.
No, not really.
But
I
no,
have
it's
sang
beautiful.
before.
It is a beautiful singing voice. You sang in Crazy Heart. I remember seeing
did.
that. But
Ryan
have I
Biggums.
heard you sing in a film before?
God, I hope not. And
Well, you
I
have.
try to
But
avoid
you did
it.
sing once before, no? in something.
I-
What was
I-
it?
I
So
don't-
we can all look it up.
That's why I don't want to say
No,
it.
go on. No, don't.
No, I do. I do sing it. I have to sing badly in Barbie a little bit, and
Okay.
I sing a little bit in the David O. Russell film Amsterdam. Again, no one needs to.
You have a
know.
lovely voice. You have
I-
a lovely
I
Does this,
voice.
really
mean, does this
don't.
mean you get nervous on the day you have to sing?
I hate singing in front of
Yeah.
people. Dancing, I've got no problem with, but
Yeah.
singing in front of people is mortifying for me.
And there was no shortage of extras. in
Nope,
the scene,
there
so
were
you-
literally hundreds of people to be witness to it.
Yeah.
Colin, on the
At
other
least I was
hand,
facing them.
it was very,
Square,
very,
no,
very
mortified,
good.
mortified.
He does a whole
oh.
High School Musical
Yes.
dance and song in a onesie. It's incredible.
I will say it does. I'm sorry to say this, but like your mortification does bring me warmth. It's nice to know, just that people are so good at what you do are still capable of being mortified. I
Oh
think
my
it's a
God.
happy reminder because sometimes I don't know, like even when we do this for a living, like
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
times where you're like, oy, oy, oy.
Oh yeah, no.
I feel like that all the time. Are you kidding?
It's an exercise in navigating discomfort more of the time than anything
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
Do you guys, you growing up, Australia, you mentioned Ireland, is there a road trip culture in those countries in the same that we have here?
I mean, your country is so much more vast. Is there in your place?
Yeah, like people get, like RVs or whatever.
Yeah.
Are they called RVs here or camper vans?
Yep,
Whatever,
yeah.
and go kind of cross country or
Yeah.
around the country a bit. Or...
Not so much where I'm from, because it's,
Really?
it's yeah,
But
it's
it's
like
so pretty.
It's I know, but it's 3.5, 4 hours.
Oh, and then you're
from
on the
coast to
other end.
coast, and you're yeah, totally. It's like half the size of Florida.
It's
It really
wild.
is, yeah.
You could drive forever in
You could
Australia.
reverse it the whole way. You could just the whole way.
You've done it.
But
Well, that's the thing.
it's not a.
You've gone forward the one way, and then you just back it up.
Yeah, you don't
Just
even
back
have
it
to
up.
turn around. No, but even as a kid, like America, and just the vastness of it all.
Yeah.
and the different kinds of topography, and then the excitement of the cities. So I always
Yeah, it's not the same. Like here, the idea of road tripping across America, I think, is quite
so
iconic.
exciting.
Yeah.
Can you
Have
tell
you done
me?
that?
I've never done like the full road trip, but I've like driven a fair
Chunks.
amount. Yeah.
Through states, like 4 or 5 different states.
Yep, totally. And we used like from like Boston to Chicago, which is like
Were you
feels
gigging
like
at the time? Were you doing comedy shows, or were you?
I never drove. I would never drive to my own comedy shows because I feel like I would just want to
nervous.
turn around and go back.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
fair
mean? Like I want to be on an airplane where like when the
yeah.
mortification
No
kicks
choice.
in, you can't go to the pilot and be like,
say-
I'm having second thought.
Yeah. Give me another vodka.
Will you tell me about chippy sandwiches and who is it from is it an Irish thing? Chippy sandwiches?
Very Australian.
Okay.
Deep in the ancient Celtic days of my people.
The old.
The old Crusaders, yeah. The Normans came over to Ireland
With a boat full of chips.
Yes, we call them crisp sandwiches. Crisps.
Okay.
And here they're chips, and there they're chips.
But it is like, so I
Cheese and
assume
onion.
when I heard chippy sandwiches, I thought, well, it certainly
you're-
can't just be a sandwich with chips inside.
That's
but
exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
When you're a kid,
And
particularly,
butter.
you eat chippy sandwiches. It's like white bread, lots of butter, chips, crisps, and then
yeah.
you kind of like smush it down, and that's a chippy sandwich.
And so, and why?
well, they're
good.
delicious. Don't be
What
ridiculous.
kind of chips? Is the kind of chip
Well,
important?
Potato,
Colin-
cheese, and onion.
Yes,
is your
I'm a convert now.
Okay, gotcha.
because
So this was not
These
the
Irish chippies.
So this
are
was not
next
the
level.
chippy of your youth.
They are not the chippies of my youth, but they are the chippies of my adulthood now
Yeah.
because Colin made me one every single day on set.
Every single day?
Every single day.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that because the craft service people refused to do it? And by the way, no one has. I'm sorry,
It
I'm
was
pointing again.
because I wanted her to. It was because I wanted her to like me.
Okay.
And I did say the way to my heart is through my stomach, and he took note.
Yes,
and, he
and
made
I
me a chippy sandwich.
repeatedly, every night I'd go home after we shot the day, and I'd go into the kitchen before I forgot because I wouldn't trust myself in the morning because everything's a bit of a fog.
Yeah.
In the morning, so but it's very simple. Two
I was
steps.
gonna say.
2 steps.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
He's
not like I
quite
was
the
making.
chef.
It's not like I was cutting up a charcuterie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just 2 pieces of white bread, a nice lashing of Kerrygold butter, crisps, potato, cheese, and onion, and then squash that down, wrap it in tin foil, put an M on the top of it, put it into the fridge.
Wow.
Bob's your uncle.
20, 25 seconds? Is that basically?
yeah. And call me in the morning.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. And so, and there was
But you never got sick of them. You didn't throw them out. I was thinking she was throwing them out at one
Never.
stage because it was every day.
Absolutely not.
Gotcha.
You never got sick of them.
Never.
That's amazing.
Sometimes
Chippy
you have-
sandwiches.
Sometimes I have 2 in a day.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I had
Would
one
you
for
have a chippy
breakfast this
sandwich every
morning.
day as well?
No.
Okay.
I don't know how we even.
I don't know why
how
you're
we-
reacting like that to the question when we've just
It's
established that Margot
ridiculous.
has one every day.
How
You're
could
like,
you?
no. Are you
Yeah,
mad?
because also you were.
I'm a
you know,
professional. I'm an adult.
Yeah. No, I'd have one every now and then, maybe 2 a year.
Okay, wow.
2 a year.
The restraint.
Yeah.
More than 2.
One on Christmas. We'd have the Christmas ham
The
and then the
Christmas one, the
chippy
spring one,
sandwich.
yeah,
Congrats on the beautiful movie.
Thanks,
thank you
man.
just so much for being here. It's just lovely
for having
to
us.
have you here together. And yeah, just can't thank you enough.
Thanks
you
for
guys.
having us.
Love your
Seth.
show.
Thanks, Margot Robbie, Colin Farrell, A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. Theaters everywhere this Friday. Stick around. We'll be right back with you.